cell phone off.
It's yours.
Good evening and welcome to another edition of Randy's Wellness TV on TorontoTV.org. It's a winter day and it's icy out there and it's cold, but not inside our nice warm studios where we can relax and you viewers at home can enjoy the nice warm weather as well. With me today is a special guest, and that's Kate Kent. And Kate is acupuncture and Chinese herbal medicine practitioner. And welcome, Kate.
Thank you.
Nice to have you with us tonight. And tell us a little bit about this treatment. I believe it's called rejuvenation treatment that we're going to demonstrate tonight.
Yeah, it is a part of acupuncture. You get the whole body done because digestion, lack of sleep is all going to make a difference to your face. But the actual face part of this treatment is done with special needles, and I put on a cloth of sterilization liquid so that I can't put it on your face to dry it. And then I apply very thin needles to the muscles around the neck and the face.
Yes, yes.
And little tiny needles to attract the collagen.
Now, some people out there may not really understand the full benefits of collagen. Maybe you could just explain that.
Well, as we get older, collagen tends to diminish, and so what we're doing is re-stimulating it, because the little lines around the eyes and around the mouth, and we need to bring that back up. And these little tiny needles apparently stimulate it. That's what they discovered.
Can we hold one of these needles up for the camera and just show?
Well, this is the regular needles that I put in the face.
They're very thin.
Very thin. And these are the needles that I would put in the collagen. They are little tiny ones that I have to actually put in with a pair of tweezers.
Now they are very, very small needles.
Very small, and mostly you hardly feel it. The thing about acupuncture is that most people go to sleep. It's very relaxing.
Well, I could use a sleep. And so basically you're telling me I'm going to be a pincushion tonight.
You're going
That's
to
what
be
you're saying.
a pincushion, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I haven't really had experience with acupuncture per se. I haven't really had a full treatment. So it's going to be nice. And of course I want to remain youthful, and I want to remain all these nice anti-aging aspects, so it's going to be a nice treatment. So what else do we use as part of the process?
Well, I finish off with rollers to massage the face, and what I'm using here is a pearl cream, which is a Chinese cream, which is very cooling and nourishing for the face. And what I do is when I put the needle in, in my clinic, I will do an energy treatment, and people go to sleep. And sometimes you will feel the muscles moving. Sometimes you will feel tingling, heat in the face, all kinds of things. And of course, if someone hasn't had acupuncture, I always explain that I use disposable needles.
Yes, important because
Yes.
Disposable, no worries about contamination, even though permanent needles sterilize, but there's certainly no worries with disposable.
No.
Yes.
And I use a guide tube, so it's very quick. You don't have to worry if I'm having a good day or not with the manipulation. It's very quick, and
Yes.
Oddly enough, it has a very calming effect. Now, always with a treatment, I would do the body as well, because if I just do the face, you're going to go out feeling unbalanced.
Okay.
So I do, and also if someone has digestive problems or energy problems, of course I would treat that as well with body points, because that's going to show on the face.
So we're doing a facial rejuvenation, a face area rejuvenation, but generally you do a variety of other treatments relating to restoring health. And could you describe what some of those other conditions might be?
Well, unlike a GP only, it's with Chinese medicine. I see people with colds and fatigue, pain, digestive problems.
That's me.
Half the world. Gynecological problems. And we take the pulse, the tongue. We have many different pulses in Chinese medicine, which are quite different from Western. And the tongue is like opening up a book to the body. We can tell kind of what's going on in the body, the energy, and what we need to treat.
Okay, so where did you study to do this very specialized area of natural health practice?
It is very specialized, many thousands of years old. I studied in Canada, then I went to China to work in the hospitals, because you get a lot of experience there. I went down to the States to get my certification there, because of course here we haven't yet been regulated, and that is a regulation exam in the States. And you never stop learning. It's something that is always interesting, and you always learn more. You never quite know it all.
That's true. You can never know it all, and especially in terms of natural health, there's so many disciplines, so many new studies going on all the time, and it's important to not only for practitioners to keep up to date, but also to explore new avenues of treatment.
Yes, exactly.
Well, I'm going to be the lucky participant in this treatment tonight, and I'm going to experience the rejuvenation treatment. And hey, I want to keep this face looking young, so why not?
It lifts too, so
that's what I want.
Yes. So you're going to have.
So by the end of this treatment, I can go downstairs and see my girlfriend. She'll say, "Wow, you look so young."
You're going to need to take your jacket off.
Okay, I'll do that. Okay. And
come and lie here with your.
Now, do you need me to take off my shoes?
No, I'll just do it on your face today, but just to know that I would normally do it on the.
Okay. First?
Yep. Head up.
This is the only time you'll see me lying down on the job, right? Just like this, okay?
Now, the first thing I'm going to do is just apply something on your face.
Now, do these pins hurt?
You might feel a prick, that's all.
Okay.
Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is just to apply this. It's just going to sterilize.
Okay, now do you twist these needles at all? Like, to kind of, someone told me you twist them a little bit?
You manipulate them a little bit. But on the face, it's a little bit different. You don't manipulate as much as you would on the body.
Okay.
Because of the muscles, the nerves of the face, and also this is a different kind of technique.
I will ask my producer, Joseph Lau, right now, if I start screaming, to come in and calm me down.
We have
no,
points.
it won't be hard.
We have points for people who scream.
Oh, okay. I'm sure this is going to be very interesting, because it's something that more people who care about their youthfulness and their keeping their skin healthy, especially during these winter months, really should happen. They should do this.
So this is the guide tube.
Okay.
And the needle's going in. Okay. And this one helps to get the masseter muscle working. Okay.
So can you describe that again?
Well, the masseter muscle is one we use for mastication, or one of them.
Okay.
And what elderly women, getting a little older, their chins and their the jawline tends to sag. And this is very
I've seen
good
that,
for bringing up the sagging. But the only permanent thing you can have is surgery or injections of...
but that's very expensive.
It's very expensive.
And it's also very physically strenuous for somebody. It creates a lot of trauma to them initially.
Well, you have bruising.
Yes.
And so this is a little slower, but it is, it really can have wonderful results.
And how does this treatment, as opposed to surgery, how does it actually start lifting?
Because I'm working the muscles.
Okay.
And by the technique, stimulating the muscles, stimulating the chi, the energy in the face.
So do I have needles in there yet?
Yes, do you feel it?
Not really. Not too bad, yeah. It feels pretty good.
Now, depending on what people want me to work on, you can do various points. I'm just giving you a generalized treatment here.
So by the end of this, I should look like a porcupine, right?
A very elegant porcupine, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now tell me, how many needles do you use for this procedure?
Well, I can use anywhere from 70, depending.
Really? I have to get a mirror. I'd like to see that.
And usually I put a mask on first, a rejuvenating mask, or I just do an hour of, there's always a choice of what you can have.
Now, what do you use for the rejuvenation mask?
I use something I make myself. It's made from rolled oats and lavender, rose, flaxseed and clay,
Very interesting combination.
It's very cooling, and
The flaxseed in particular, or the lavender would be a nice pleasant scent as well.
yeah, and lavender is very cooling. And then
Right.
of course, if people are allergic, I'll just use straight clay. Most people like it. And for those people that don't have time for all that, then I just use the acupuncture. So you're not really feeling much, are you?
No, it feels great. So when I leave here today,
You're going to be a new man.
will I notice anything?
No, it takes about 5 sessions, fairly close together,
Oh, really?
to begin to kick-start the process.
And what do I have to do to maintain this?
Well, usually, if you have some problems, you need to come twice a week for the first 5,
Okay.
and then it's a matter of how much work you want done.
I'll have to talk to you about visiting you again after. So that's in the eyebrow area? Is that where that is?
This is to help again to lift.
Okay.
And also what I do in treatment is I do deep breathing exercises with people because it helps to get the energy up to the face. And already your face is beginning to go a little bit red. Do you find, are you finding it a little warmer?
Yeah, perhaps a little bit warmer, yeah. So, how many of these treatments would you perform during an average week per se?
It depends. Sometimes I do a lot of acupuncture for different diseases, and sometimes I'll do this for a whole day. I have a very varied clientele.
How would this type of treatment benefit somebody who's very much aware of their circulation needs, like for instance diabetics?
Oh, well in that case, I mean I put people through a lot of questioning before I put needles in, obviously of their history. But for diabetics I would do, a very, depending on your tongue and pulse, I would do a treatment accordingly.
So this is a safe procedure for diabetics?
It's safe procedure as long as you use disposable needles.
Of course, yes.
Now I'm using the little tiny ones. I usually have a light on for this.
And what do you do with those?
These, you
They're
don't...
very small.
Yeah, I have to
Wow.
use a little thing. You don't actually have any lines, but I'm going to pretend you do.
That's because I use a moisturizer every day.
There you go.
Now what is it, since we're talking to you about that, what is a good moisturizer or toner that somebody could use every day?
Well,
Like
I don't really, I'm not an esthetician, but
okay.
I happen to love Decleor from the Bay.
Okay.
But there are lots of different...
But certainly to keep the skin nice around the face area.
Yes, you do need a really good moisturizer, especially in the winter.
Yes. Or maybe even in the hot summer months too, because humidity might be a factor, is that right? Yeah. So how many needles do I have in there now?
Well, you've got 3 little ones, and
Okay. Haven't heard of it.
I'm sorry. I'll put them to the other side so that the camera can see
Okay.
what I'm doing.
That's true that the smallest needles, I don't think the camera can see, but certainly the big ones they can.
Yeah, and actually, as you talk, they begin to fall out, so...
Okay, well, okay, I'll try and talk less without moving my lips.
So you need to be a ventriloquist.
How many of these?
So you've got 4 in so far.
How long have you been practicing this?
I've been in practice for 20 years.
Wow.
And this I've been doing now, I added it to my practice about a year ago.
So how long do you leave these in for?
Well, if somebody's here for an hour and a half, I can usually leave them in for half an hour. If someone's here for an hour, depending on how much work they need done, about 15 minutes. And that's really enough.
And for the purposes of our show, it's only 20 minutes, so we have to kind of do a summary.
Yes, and I want to show you how I put the cream on afterwards. It's a lot of fun.
You can apply that?
Mhm.
Okay, good. Now what type of cream do you use?
I happen to use, it's called Pearl Cream, and it's made from
Oh, yes.
oyster shell, and I get it from Chinatown because it's cooling and nourishing. And I think after a face full of needles, you would need that. You're not screaming yet.
No, it feels really fine. I'm having no problem whatsoever.
Okay, now, I would, depending on what you need, I might put 70 of these little ones in.
And how many do you have now?
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 8 of the little ones, and about 15 of the big ones. But again, if you had a lot of lines here, I might do it there. Most women want this part of their face done because the lines here in the mouth kind of drops.
Okay.
And the jowls around here tend to drop. And what this does is it moves the muscles and it tends to lift.
Yes, I don't need any Diefenbaker jowls, that's for sure. But what about the forehead? Does that look good?
The forehead looks fine. You know, you could do with a few needles here, but of course
Go
you're a
ahead.
man, the Marlborough man. Have I got time? One person told me that it felt like I had taken her lower lip and pinned it up to her head.
Oh my goodness.
And that's just the
Well,
working.
that's somebody who's sensitive, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah. I guess some people are more sensitive than others.
They are. Some people don't feel anything. Others feel tremendous tingling and relaxation.
I'm actually feeling warm, but not much tingling.
Well, you're feeling warm and your face is going darker, which means that the blood is being, you know, that's very important too, to get the energy, the blood and the chi to the face.
Yes. Chi or energy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You call it chi. And what people notice is that they don't always know what's happened, but they just say you look better. You look like you've been on holidays.
Wow.
So it takes a lot of the stress out of the face. And then you do deep breathing with this, and you do a nice energy treatment. And
Oh, I have an itch.
yeah.
There
Okay.
we go. Deep breathing exercises. So you could do, when you do this treatment in your clinic, do you put on nice relaxing music and do you have nice oil scents or something
No,
like
I
that?
don't, because a lot of people, I'm not an esthetician, a lot of people are allergic to that.
Right.
And no, I just let them go to sleep. This is actually very much a medical facelift. It's not just into beauty.
Yes.
I,
Well,
I let estheticians do that.
I feel very relaxed and I would love to go to sleep, although I don't think the audience would like it. But this is very relaxing.
So I would put lots of those in, and if you like, I can show you what I do with the deep breathing.
Sure.
Okay, so you put your hands down by there, and of course you'd have a nice heating pad under you, you'd have your knees for a
Okay.
cushion. And then I ask you to take a deep breath coming up through the feet, and, you imagine it's coming up through the feet, through the whole body, and you lift my hands here, you sigh it up, deeper, deeper, even more, deeper, 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 right up, even more, even more. Big breath, that's good. Now you hold it. Hold it, and as you breathe out, you just breathe out all the tension, just let it go. Get it out of the chest as well. This, you'll find, will bring the energy up to the face. Again. Now sigh it up, big sigh. Use the, that's right, use the lungs. You're very good at this. And hold it. Hold it, and now just breathe out the tension. And just imagine you're sinking deeper into the tape. Okay. And just go to sponge. And to go back to your regular breathing.
That can be very relaxing.
Now, how are you actually feeling, okay?
I feel good.
Because normally, again, I would do body points so that it would balance the treatment. I never just like to do the face so you go out feeling a little bit strange. So now I could take them out and put the cream on.
All right.
Should I do that?
Please. Yeah. Or I could just show up at work tomorrow like this. People would scare everybody. Okay. And that does not hurt either when you remove them. It does not hurt.
They're very, very thin, specialized needles. Different than what I use on the body.
And how do you take them out?
What do you mean, how do I take them out?
Like, is there a special tool you use, or you just use your hands?
I use my hands for these,
Okay.
and I'm closing the hole so the chi doesn't escape, is what we call it,
All right.
to keep the energy in. And then with the little ones, I have to use the tweezers because they're too small. And I don't have a special light to see what I'm doing. Now, of course, you get many more needles. You get them all down here. And
What about the
up
shoulders?
here.
Are you put in the shoulders?
I do if I'm giving a treatment, but it depends what problems you bring. We do the back, we do the whole body. Legs, arms.
So total body rejuvenation as well. terms
Well,
of energy
acupuncture actually is a rejuvenation in
Yes.
itself. This is just particular for the face. And now I've got the tweezers now, just taking out the little needles here.
All right. And I did not even feel that. Taking it out.
I think a lot of people liken acupuncture to an injection where they pump something in. And this, obviously, I'm not pumping anything in.
Because it's not there normally, so it's kind of weird to pump it in.
Mm-hmm.
This is just using the natural energy flow. That's right.
Stuck energy is very difficult on the body, and so if somebody hasn't got good digestion or good energy, the face will look sallow and tired, and this makes it come alive.
So how many, now recapping, how many treatments?
Well, I suggest 2 treatments twice a week for the first 5.
Really?
To really kickstart the process. You need that. And then you can be once a week or once every 2 weeks, depending on what actually you are looking for in terms of, I have an outline of a face, and people tell me what it is they want to see a difference in, and that's basically what I work on.
And while we're talking about this, how do people contact you? What's your website?
www.katekent.com.
Okay. KateKent.com.
Yep. And my phone number is 466-5849. I'm in the phone book as well.
Okay. I must say, you're one of the more well-known practitioners around, because I find you at all the health shows and
I've
find
been
you in
around so long.
magazines and health magazines.
I've been around so long.
Yes. And you're certainly an asset to the natural health field.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It's a wonderful career to have, because you really are able to help people and make people feel generally better.
Now that lotion smells very nice.
Yes, it is. It's very pure and very cooling and nourishing for the face.
So how do I take care of this after I go home today?
Well, tonight you wouldn't have to wash your face.
Okay.
And first of all, I get this into, and of course what you eat is terribly important. People who smoke or eat, the wrong foods are obviously going to have it show on their skin.
Right.
Or people who have poor digestion. All this comes into play with good skin.
Well, I do not smoke, so I don't have to worry about that. But that's another important point, and that is that a lot of people who smoke, you really see these lines on their face.
Yes, it
With
can
all
be.
the toxins, and so this type of treatment, would you say it's very useful for eliminating a lot of toxins?
Well, we don't actually think of
Or
toxins in Chinese medicine.
Yes.
But so many thousands of years old, they didn't know about toxins. Your face is going pink now.
Oh.
But what it does, it stimulates the energy, it stimulates the blood, and probably, I don't know if they can actually see on the camera, but your face has got a nice glow to it now.
Lovely.
So if somebody's got jowls, I will work quite deeply there for the muscles and here. It's just like massaging the muscles.
Well, after we finish our show here today, I'm going to be talking to you about how I come back to see you to do this next part of the treatment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Next session.
Next session.
And the weather certainly plays havoc with people's skin too.
Yes.
You get that really cold, biting wind, which tends to dry the skin. You're in apartments or houses or offices and homes, and the dry heat particularly is very, very bad. Yes.
So you need to really have the skin moistened, moisturized. You're sort of finished.
I'm finished?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me get up.
Now that was a very rough idea of a facelift.
And I'm looking at the camera, and I hope everybody out there can see that I look more youthful. I
Certainly
enjoyed it.
stimulating, yes.
Yes, let's go back to the table.
One would use many more needles, of course.
And I must say that that was a very enjoyable experience. It was relaxing, and
Do you look better?
do I look better?
Yes.
And it was really interesting to be part of it, and because I have not talked to anybody as of yet who has done the rejuvenation treatment, and because of that, I think that it's something that we all have to explore for the benefits of our own skin, for our own health, because this is part of the total package of wellness, of being the person you are, of being
the best you can be.
Body, mind, and spirit,
Mm-hmm.
and you take care of the physical aspects the best you can be, and that's really an important thing too. So I encourage everybody to go out there and try this type of treatment, the rejuvenation treatment for the face. And Kate, once again, to report the website for our listeners.
KateKent.com.
KateKent.com. It's a wonderful experience, and thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. And just a reminder once again that we will be at the Holistic Health Expo, and that's in March 17th weekend at the Metro Toronto Convention Centre. Toronto TV will be there, and we'll be there exploring all the wonderful aspects, just like this we did today, of natural health. So thank you very much for joining us. I'm Randy Rowett. We'll see you next time on another edition of Randy's Wellness TV. Bye. Take care.